Nyah felt tears welling up. She had always felt a distance between her and her father, but now she saw the love that had driven his actions. She continued reading, eager to uncover more of her family's story. Hello everybody! Welcome to the second episode of the story of Enzi, the man who married the rich man's unfriendly daughter, Nyah. Grab your popcorn, make yourself comfortable, and let's dive in. The ride begins. This is what happens so far. In the heart of the lush African village of Zamunda, a young man named Enzi, known for his kindness and strong work ethic, fell in love with Nyah, the daughter of the wealthy and stern Chief Dumisani. Nyah was often misunderstood and seen as cold due to her father's strict upbringing and the loss of her mother. Despite the villagers' skepticism and gossip, Enzi's patience and gentleness helped Nyah break down her walls and discover her true, compassionate self. Their love blossomed, leading to a grand wedding, and together they worked to fulfill Chief Dumisani's last wishes, which included building a school, establishing a community fund, and organizing a village-wide festival. These tasks tested and ultimately transformed Nyah, making her a beloved leader in the community. During the festival, Nyah received a chest containing her mother's belongings and a precious diary, setting the stage for a deeper journey into her family's past and her own future. Nyah sat in her quiet place, the festivities of the festival still echoing faintly outside. The chest lay open before her, and she gingerly picked up the diary, its worn leather cover soft under her fingers. She opened it, revealing pages filled with her mother's elegant handwriting. Taking a deep breath, she began to read. My dearest Nyah, if you're reading this, it means you are ready to know the truth I could not tell you in life. It is my hope that these words will guide you, give you strength, and help you understand the love that always surrounded you, even when it was not visible. I was born in a small village not far from Zamunda, a place where laughter and song filled the air, and the bonds of the family were strong. My father was a farmer, my mother a weaver, and we lived simply but happily. From a young age, I dreamed of a life filled with love and adventure, and it was these dreams that eventually led me to your father. Nyah's heart ached as she read about her mother's humble beginnings, a stark contrast to the wealth and power she had known growing up. She continued reading, eager to learn more. I met your father Dumisani at a village celebration. He was not yet the chief, but he was already a man of great presence and ambition. We danced under the stars, and he spoke of his dreams for Zamunda, of prosperity and unity. His vision captivated me, and I knew I wanted to be part of it. Our courtship was swift but filled with passion. Dumisani was determined and focused, but he had a gentle side that he revealed only to me. We married in a grand ceremony, and I moved to Zamunda to start our life together. Nyah smiled, imagining her parents dancing under the stars. The next entry awaited. She turned the page with anticipation. Those early years were a mix of joy and challenge. Your father worked tirelessly to build his vision, often at the expense of his own well-being. I supported him in every way I could, but it was not always easy. the demands of leadership weighed heavily on him. Your father gained his wealth through successful trade and entrepreneurship, establishing Zamunda as a vital trading hub for nearby villages and towns. His business acumen and negotiation skills brought prosperity to our village. When you were born, Nyah, you brought a new light into our lives. Your father was overjoyed, but he also became more determined to secure a future for you that was free from the hardship that he had endured. His love for you was fierce and protective, though he struggled to show it in ways you could understand as a child. Nyah felt tears welling up. She had always felt a distance between her and her father, but now she saw the love that had driven his actions. She continued reading, eager to uncover more of her family's story. Leadership brought many challenges. There were conflicts with neighboring villages, internal disputes, and the constant need to provide for our people. Your father faced these trials with unwavering resolve, but it took a toll on him. I often found him late at night, lost in thought, burdened by the weight of his responsibilities. During these times, I tried to be his anchor, reminding him of the love and joy we shared. We faced personal losses too, including the loss of your brother, which was a grief that never fully left us. Yet, through it all, we remained strong, united by our love and our commitment to Zamunda. Nyah's heart ached for her parents' losses. She knew nothing about her brother, who was born and died before her, a piece of her family's history that added to the depth of her struggles. She felt a renewed sense of connection to her parents and their journey. Nyah, as you grow into your role as a leader, remember that true strength comes from compassion and understanding. Your father and I did our best to balance the demands of leadership with the needs of our hearts. It was not always perfect, but it was driven by love. You have a kind heart, just like your father, and a spirit that can light up the darkest of days. Use these gifts to guide you. Surround yourself with those who support and challenge you, and never lose sight of the dreams that drive you. You are destined for greatness, my daughter, and I'm always with you in spirit. Nyah closed the diary, her heart full of her mother's wisdom and love. She felt a deep sense of purpose and determination, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. She looked up as Enzi, his presence a comforting reminder of the love and support that surrounded her. "How are you feeling?" Enzi asked, sitting beside her. "Stronger," Nyah replied, a determined glint in her eye. "My mother has given me the strength and wisdom I need to lead our village." Enzi smiled, taking her hand. "Then let's make sure we honor her legacy and build a future worthy of her dreams." The next morning, Nyah woke up feeling refreshed and invigorated. She was determined to put her mother's wisdom into action and lead Zamunda with the compassion and strength she had inherited from both her parents. She and Enzi decided to start by visiting the school they had built, a symbol of their commitment to the future of the village. As they walked through the village, the villagers greeted them warmly, their respect for Nyah growing with each passing day. The school was bustling with activity, children laughing and playing outside, and teachers preparing lessons inside. Nyah felt a deep sense of pride and fulfillment, seeing the fruits of their labor. "Good morning, everyone," Nyah greeted the children, who gathered around her excitedly. "How are you all enjoying the school?" "It's wonderful, Miss Nyah," a young girl named Amani exclaimed. "We love learning new things every day." Nyah smiled warmly. "That's great to hear, Amani. Remember, education is the key to a bright future." As Nyah and Enzi continued their tour, they discussed their next steps in ensuring the well-being of the village. Nyah's mother's diary had inspired her to focus on strengthening the bonds with the community and addressing the challenges that lay ahead. My dearest Nyah, leadership is a journey, not a destination. It requires constant growth, reflection, and adaptation. Your father and I learned this the hard way, often through trial and error. But it was the support of our community that kept us grounded and motivated. As you step into your role, remember to listen to the voices of those you lead. Their insights and experiences will guide you in making decisions that benefit everyone. Surround yourself with advisors you trust and never be afraid to ask for help. A true leader is not defined by their strength alone, but by their ability to bring out the best in others. Nyah took these words to heart, understanding the importance of collaboration and community in her leadership journey. She decided to hold a village meeting to hear the concerns and ideas of her people. Enzi helped her organize the event, ensuring that everyone had a chance to participate. The meeting was held in the village square, where everyone gathered in a large circle. Nyah stood in the center, her presence commanding yet approachable. She began by thanking the villagers for their support and dedication, acknowledging the collective effort that had brought them this far. "My friends," Nyah began, her voice clear and confident, "we have accomplished so much together, but our journey is far from over. I want to hear from each of you. What are your concerns? What are your dreams for our village? Let's work together to make Zamunda the best it can be." The villagers shared their thoughts, ranging from ideas for improving agricultural practices to suggestions for new community projects. One elder spoke about the need for better healthcare facilities, while a young man named Kofi proposed creating a youth mentorship program. Nyah listened attentively, taking notes and asking questions. She felt a renewed sense of purpose and connection to her community, grateful for their trust and willingness to share their perspectives. My dearest Nyah, a strong community is built on trust, respect, and mutual support. Your father and I worked hard to create an environment where everyone felt valued and heard. It was not always easy, but it was worth every effort. As you lead Zamunda, focus on fostering these values. Encourage open communication and create opportunities for everyone to contribute. Remember that every voice matters, and that true strength comes from unity. Nyah felt inspired by her mother's words and resolved to implement the ideas and suggestions from the village meeting. She and Enzi worked tirelessly to develop plans for the new projects, ensuring that each initiative had the support and resources needed to succeed. With the support of the village, Nyah and Enzi began implementing the new projects. They started with the healthcare facilities, transforming an old building into a clinic with the help of volunteer doctors and nurses from neighboring villages. The community fund provided the necessary resources, and the villagers came together to refurbish the building and gather medical supplies. Nyah also launched the youth mentorship program, pairing young people with experienced mentors who could guide them in their personal and professional development. The program quickly became a success, fostering a sense of empowerment and hope among the youth. Meanwhile, Nyah and Enzi continued to strengthen the bonds within the community. They organized regular village gatherings, cultural celebrations, and educational workshops, creating a vibrant and supportive environment for everyone. My dearest Nyah, challenges are an inevitable part of leadership, but they are also opportunities for growth and learning. Your father and I faced many obstacles, but we never gave up. We learned to embrace these challenges, to see them as stepping stones on our journey. As you navigate the challenges that come your way, remember to stay true to your values and principles. Lean on the support of those around you and never lose sight of your vision. You have the strength and resilience to overcome anything. Nyah felt a deep sense of determination as she read these words. She knew that the journey ahead would not be easy, but she was ready to face whatever challenges came her way. As time passed, Nyah's leadership was put to the test. A severe drought hit Zamunda, threatening the village's crops and water supply. The villagers looked to Nyah for guidance, their trust in her unwavering. Nyah and Enzi quickly organized a task force to address the crisis. They worked tirelessly to dig new wells, implement water conservation measures, and distribute food and water to those in need. Nyah's calm and decisive leadership reassured the villagers, giving them hope and strength in the face of adversity. Despite the challenges, Nyah never lost sight of her vision for a united and prosperous Zamunda. She continued to draw strength from her mother's diary, finding solace and guidance in her words. My dearest Nyah, resilience is the key to overcome adversity. It is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, to keep moving forward even when the path is difficult. Your father and I faced many trials, but it was our resilience that allowed us to persevere. You have the same resilience within you, my dear. It is a gift that will carry you through the darkest of times. Trust in yourself, trust in your community, and never give up. Together, you can overcome anything. Nyah felt a renewed sense of resilience and determination as she read these words. She knew that the drought was a formidable challenge, but she was confident that the village could overcome it together. Nyah and Enzi's efforts to combat the drought paid off. The new wells provided much needed water, and the villagers' conservation efforts helped to ensure that everyone had enough to survive. The community fund and donations from neighboring villages provided the resources needed to sustain the village through the crisis. Nyah's leadership and the community's resilience were tested, but they emerged stronger and more united than ever. The drought eventually passed, and the village began to recover, grateful for Nyah's guidance and the collective effort that had saved them. My dearest Nyah, as I write these final words, I am filled with pride and love for you. You have grown into a remarkable woman, a leader who embodies the values of compassion, strength, and resilience. Your father and I always believed in you, and we knew that you were destined for greatness. Remember that you are never alone. The love and wisdom of your family and your community will always be with you. Trust in yourself, trust in those around you, and continue to lead with a kind and open heart. You are my legacy, my greatest achievement, and I am forever proud of you. With all my love, Mother. Nyah closed the diary, tears streaming down her face. She felt an overwhelming sense of gratitude and love for her mother, whose wisdom and guidance had shaped her into the leader she had become. She knew that she would carry these lessons with her always, guiding Zamunda with the strength and compassion her parents had instilled in her. With a drought behind them and the village thriving once more, Nyah and Enzi looked to the future with hope and determination. They continued to work tirelessly to improve the lives of their people, always guided by the values of compassion, unity, and resilience. Nyah's mother's diary remained a cherished source of wisdom and inspiration. Its lessons had helped her grow as a leader, giving her the strength to face challenges and the wisdom to make decisions that benefited her community. As the sun set over Zamunda, casting a golden glow over the village, Nyah and Enzi stood together, watching the children's play and the villagers go about their daily lives. They knew that the journey was far from over, but they were ready to face whatever lay ahead, united in their love for each other and their community. Nyah's mother's legacy lived on in every action she took, every decision she made, and every life she touched. It was a legacy of love, strength, and unwavering determination. A legacy that would continue to guide Zamunda for generations to come. Nyah sat in the quiet of her room, the soft glow of the lantern casting flickering shadows on the walls. She carefully turned the pages of her mother's diary, each entry revealing more about her parents' lives and the hidden truth that had shaped her own. As she reached the final pages, her heart pounded with anticipation. Her mother's elegant handwriting described a story that Nyah had never known, a story of love, loss, and secrets buried deep within the past. My dearest Nyah, there is one more truth that you must know. A secret that has been kept from you for too long. Before you were born, your father and I had another child, a beautiful boy named Kito. He was our joy and our light, but fate was cruel. Kito fell ill, and despite our desperate efforts to save him, we lost him when he was just 3 years old. The pain of losing Kito was unbearable. Your father and I were consumed by grief, and in our sorrow we made a decision that would haunt us forever. We vowed to protect you from the same fate, to shield you from anything that could harm you. This led us to become overprotective, to shelter you in ways that made you feel isolated and misunderstood. But there's more, Nyah. Your father's wealth and power came with a price. There were secrets in his business dealings, alliances made in desperation to save our village during difficult times. These secrets weighed heavily on him, and in turn, they affected how he raised you. He wanted to prepare you for a future where you would be strong and capable, but his methods were harsh. As you read this, know that our actions were driven by love, even if they were misguided. You have the strength to break free from the past and lead with compassion and wisdom. You are our hope, Nyah. You are our legacy. Nyah's eyes filled with tears as she read the final words. The diary slipped from her hands and fell to the floor with a soft thud. Her mind raced with the revelations, her lost brother, her parents' hidden grief, and the heavy burden of their secrets. Just then, a knock on the door startled her. Enzi stepped in, concern etched on his face. "Nyah, are you all right?" She looked up, her voice trembling. "Enzi, there's so much I didn't know about my brother Kito and my parents, their secrets, their pain. It changes everything." Enzi crossed the room and took her hands in his. "We will face this together, Nyah. Whatever the truth is, we'll uncover it and make things right." Nyah nodded, a determined glint in her eyes. "Yes, we will. But first, there's something I need to find. My mother's diary mentioned a hidden letter that holds the key to understanding everything." As the night deepened, Nyah and Enzi set out to uncover the hidden secrets of her family's past, unaware of the shocking truth that awaited them. The journey ahead would test their resolve and reveal the true depth of love, betrayal, and redemption. Thank you for watching the story. What do you think is the hidden secret in Nyah's family's past? Share your thoughts in the comment section. I will be happy to hear from you and answer to your comments. And stay tuned for the next episode of Nyah's adventure. Please consider to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. See you in the next story. Bye bye.